What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a good day today. So, for today's topic, I was wanting to talk about what dating women of transgender experience, what it has done for me, how it has impacted my life, the ramifications, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, to be honest, it's not too much ugly, to be honest. And it's nothing to really do with women of transgender experience. It's the outside world. The assholes. But we'll get into that. So this idea came to me by talking to another guy like myself. Now, before I mention his name, there's kind of a mixed bag of opinion on this individual. And there's really not any middle ground. It's either the ladies think very, very highly of him, or they don't think very highly of him at all. And it's unfortunate because it was an unfortunate set of events that happened in his life where things were, you know, I believe things were misconstrued and not 100% factual. So probably gonna get some hate mail on that. I've already gotten some hate mail by just being friends and associating with this individual. But so, and I think mostly it's the older generation that really know about him and who he is. So, and that's not a stab at you, man. So this individual, his name is Troy Kennedy, or as he likes to say, Troy motherfucking Kennedy. Yeah. So he's a really good guy. I know him personally. I have actually never met him in person. I've just spoken to him on, you know, social media platforms. I mean, we've been on a few videos together with the Men Like Us Tribe podcast and things of that nature. But yeah, actually when I called him up today to talk to him, it really had nothing to do with the community. I just wanted to ask him about lifting weights, basically. I wanted to ask him his advice on, I'm wanting to cut a little bit, and it just naturally led into that because he's very highly involved in the community and various other boards and projects and things of this nature. But anyhow, and I've had this idea in my head for a little while, and then when me and him were speaking, like, there's a lot of similarities between me and him, you know? He's like a jack of all trades. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm always like learning different shit. He's always learning different shit. So, you know, I think it'd be pretty damn cool to end up in a position that he's at, you know, 30 years down the road. Again, not a stab at you, Troy. Yeah. But he was talking about how, you know, knowing the ladies in the community, how it's helped shaped his mentality, how it shaped it for the better, and improved his perspectives and understanding on people who are different. And when I mean different, not just people in the LGBTQ community, but people in general, you know. And the same goes for me. And he brought this idea how you got to pay tribute to the ladies who are there by your side, who are your friend, or, you know, or even the ones that you've dated and it didn't work out, you know. You have to pay tribute, is what he was saying. So this video is my way of paying tribute to the ladies. I've been wanting to do something similar for a while, and having that conversation with them, like, yeah, I need to get on and do it, you know. So why not now? What's how's that saying go? Nothing like the present, right? So I'm gonna get into it here. Yeah. As y'all know, if you've been following my channel for a minute, I first discovered my attraction to women of transgender experience, and I kind of hate saying the word discovered like you discovered gold or oil or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's dehumanizing when you say discovered, but I don't really have any better words or terminology, so that's the best I got. So, but anyhow, I was 19 years old when I first discovered that all the lies and the stereotypes and stigmas that I was taught growing up were just that, lies, stereotypes, and stigmas, right? And I don't know if I should go away. But anyways, yeah, and it was just like a mind-boggling experience when I discovered the beauty and the wonderful feminine essence that is a woman of transgender experience. You know, she's a woman. Like cisgender women, they're women. Women are women, right? Right? And so But I mean, I'm not gonna go into detail the fucked up shit, you know, growing up in like middle school and high school. Again, I was 19, so fresh out of fucking high school, right? I'm not gonna go into that bullshit, because that's just bullshit, you know, stupid kids talking on things they have no knowledge on. And also stupid adults feeding into stupid stereotypes. Stupid. There, I'm done with this stupid shit. But yeah, and what happened? The inspiration began then. The influence and inspiration began then, because, you know, I'll be honest. At first, I discovered it. You know, my attraction through pornography, and but when I discovered it, the initial lie was how beautiful some of the women of transgender experience are, you know, like, again, the fucked up shit I was taught growing up. Oh, you would always know, and they're just, hell, I'll just go into it so you understand. Little bit of dysphoria triggering warning for the ladies out there who are watching. All right, just give me a warning. The things that were taught, basically boiled down to all transgender women, or there were other words used that were not respectful, that, you know, took place of the terminology transgender woman. I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. There's a few words that are fucked up, but anyhow, we were taught that all a transgender woman was a fucking truck driver at a truck stop who wore a cheap dollar store wig, who wore this fucking fucked up, you know, gown they probably stole from their grandmother, like from 1960 something, you know, still had the fucking mustache with the cheap dollar store wig on, blowing dudes in a glory hole at a truck stop bathroom. That's what we were taught, you know. I mean, yeah, I know it's fucked up, and I apologize, you know. Yeah, so, but that we were stupid kids, middle school and high school and whatnot, and that was what we were taught, and down in, you know, Alabama, you know, I mean, growing up in the Alabama school system, you know. So when I seen the beauty, and I seen immediately all the lies and the stigmas were disbanded from my mind, I was just like, what? You know, immediately. And at first, you know, I tried to deny it to myself. Oh, no, that's not me. I'm not one of those guys. It only lasts a couple of weeks. And I mean, from the moment I seen women of transgender experience, it was just, it's an eye-opening thing. And that's it. It's I am, you know, happily deep within the rabbit hole of what it is being in the community. Happily ensnared, so to speak. But anyhow, what that triggered at that moment, the need to learn. I never, like, I was a smart kid growing up, but nothing really caught my attention. Nothing really, you know, I mean, I did good enough. I was basically a C student, you know, because I didn't hardly ever study, and I made C's, so I was like, fuck it, it's good enough, you know. But then it triggered me to want to learn about this community, and I learned of all the wonderful things, and I learned of all the fucked up things, the oppression, the discrimination, how, you know, people who were trans were getting turned away from jobs and having to force to live out on the streets and, you know, do other things for money, and how they would be rejected by their family, all the fucked up shit. But then I learned of all the wonderful shit of the laws. Things were starting to turn the tide. Laws are being put into place. Right now, it just seems to be like progressive cities like New York City, or San Francisco, or Los Angeles, where laws are getting more progressive to protect people of transgender experience. And I go on and on about this. I've read a lot of the psychological essays and analysis, and it's mind-boggling how some top scientists would deny that this is a phenomenon, and then there's other top scientists that back up the community, that say that, no, this is legitimate, this is a legitimate thing that these individuals are going through. How can you not see that it's a legitimate thing? And yeah, I've read it all and seen it all, like various videos where, you know, doctors and psychologists are talking, and yeah, it was just, it triggered me to learn, basically. And because I fell in love with women of transgender experience like almost right then and there. Humble beginnings, I know, through, you know, pornography. I'm a little bit ashamed to say, but I mean, how else would I have discovered women of transgender experience? Unfortunately, being in Alabama and having limited access to technology, I was you know, as broke as a joke, and I didn't even have any dope. Damn. Little joke. But anyhow, and I learned, and it just, and then something amazing happened to me when I was 20. I actually met a woman who was transgender, and I mean, it was only for a short period of time, because I was living in Florida. I was only down there for a couple of months, so, you know, it only lasted a little while, but, and I had to move back, you know, back up to Alabama. But, and again, that just further pushed me to want to learn more and meet more and more people, you know, in the community, LGBTQ community. I wanted to meet all spectrums of the community and learn about people, and you know, try to be a people person. I'm still not a people person to this day. I try to be, but you know, it's like, you know, using a wrench for a job that's best suited for a flathead screwdriver. But anyhow, and it helped pull me out of my box, so to speak. And yeah, and then once I learned about a lot of these magnificent women, like I have met so many cool characters through my travels, or through YouTube, having phone call conversations, or just emails back and forth, you know, and it's just like I'm in awe of women of transgender experience, and the trials and tribulations that these ladies have to go through were inspiring to me. And I kind of felt inadequate, to be honest, as a man. I'm like, damn, like all this shit that a lot of these ladies go through, and they're still pushing on and doing this and doing that, you know, and yeah, so it forced me to, well, I got to get my shit together. I need to lift weights. I need to look good. I need to know shit about everything. Like I need to be a master mechanic. I need to be a high level inspector. I need to match the fucking part, you know, because I'm in love with these women, and in order for me to have a woman, I need to have, which I know is not true. You know, I mean, yes, you need to make something of yourself, be a good person, and all this stuff, but again, I felt I had like low self-esteem and whatnot, but in a way it was kind of good, because it propelled me to learn and just be a jack of all trades and learn of all these different, you know, amazing things, and unfortunately not so amazing things when it comes to the hate and discrimination that you see and you hear about from other people telling their stories, other transgender individuals telling their stories. You know, like I dove on all these social media platforms, like mainly YouTube, seeing other like transgender YouTubers talk about the shit they go through on a day-to-day basis. And I've seen a lot of those videos. Was like, there was one video, it was only like a 15-minute video, like the day in the life of a transgender woman. And yeah, you see some fucked up shit, and like I'm a bit temperamental. I probably would have been in prison, because I would have punched somebody in the fucking face, you know, for some of the stupid shit people say. Like to this day, it baffles me, you know. But sorry, another tangent for another day. But yeah, and now the man I am today, I am a certified welding inspector. I have a degree in non-destructive examination technologies. I have all these different certifications with ultrasonic thickness, magnetic particle, visual, liquid penetrant, and I've traveled all over the country and whatnot, because I was inspired, you know, partly by women of transgender experience, and then of course I was inspired, you know, by my mom. And you know, my mom is a very wonderful, very intelligent. I mean, if y'all seen my video of her, like a lot of y'all can see it. You know, she's a very intelligent, wonderful individual. You know, and yeah, I digress. You know, a good digression is about my mom, wonderful person. No fucking hate on my mom. Haters out there, shut your fucking mouth. But anyhow, yeah, and I've got the experience, because, you know, it just pushed me to want to learn more about these things. It became like a borderline addiction for knowledge on different subjects, and you know, subjects in the community, and then me feeling inadequate and self-conscious about myself, me having to learn all these different things on other aspects of life and whatnot. And I could talk about, and it's pretty cool, I could talk about, car mechanics working on your car. I could talk about, inspection and metallurgy and shit like that. I could talk about social issues in the community because of my drive to learn. And I give tribute to just women of transgender experience just existing as their true selves. You know what I mean? Like, that right there is the ultimate, I wish I had better words, the ultimate individual decision, really, for the most part. Now there are some people who give in to peer pressure, because there is certain things that go on in the community, but for the most part, like the strength of that decision, like, in a world that, yeah, it's getting better, but we're not there. We're not fucking there. People say, oh, the light's at the end of the tunnel. Bullshit. Like, we got a couple of miles before we're there. But to step out and say, let's say you were born male, but at heart and mind and spirit, you're female, to step out of the darkness and into the light and saying, hey, no, this beard stuff, this masculinity, no, I am a woman, I am transitioning, I am doing this. Or somebody who was born female stepping out and saying, all these femininity and all this, no, I am a man, I am male. I don't know, that's a very powerful, and to me, a very inspirational thing for somebody to step out and say no and go against the grain, like, and there's times I feel guilty about feeling inspired in all of that, because that's difficult. That is so difficult, the things that people of transgender experience go through, and I have people in the community thank me all the time for making these videos and stuff like that. But I feel, and it's probably just me, but I feel like it's valid, but like, I feel a little bit guilty for feeling in awe of these women and these men. And I do apologize. I do mainly focus on women because, that's who I'm attracted to. So for the trans men out there, your experience is no less. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, no less. And I'm very focused on women, though, because, come on, I love women. Come on. But for the guys out there, yeah, same thing as well. Like, I got a real good buddy of mine. Like, he's got a better beard than me. Like, I'm jealous of his beard. But yeah, anyhow, but it's just all the late night, the late nights thinking on this, and like, oh my God, like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, transition, like pre-transition, and then the hard talks with family, and then the judgment of other fucked up people who aren't happy in their lives, and then all the obstacles you go through within the community itself, like TERFs, what is that? What is it stand for? Trans exclusive radical feminists, I think is what it's called. But other women will downplay and say fucked up shit to you and say, oh no, you're just a gay man and all this other shit. And then lesbian TERFs, other people in the community who try to push you down and hold you back. Like, you got people in the community against you, and you got the outside world, but you still keep pushing forward. You still have that drive. You still do you. You still are yourself. You are the individual that you are. And that is inspiring. That you're pushing through all that bullshit, So, it makes me want to, be up to par, so to speak, So, and it's inspired me to do a lot of the things that I do, because I'm like, my future significant other has all these mountains that she has had to climb over. So fuck it. Even though I don't have to climb over any mountains, fuck it. I'm going to climb a goddamn mountain so I know I won't know what it's like to transition. I'll never know that. But I'll know what it's like to climb a fucking mountain, you know? So, yeah. I just want to pay tribute, you know, to the inspirations and the influences and the awe-inspiring beauty that is individuals who are transgender, who make the ultimate individual decision of, you know, this is who I am. I'm doing this. Fuck you, world. You know, even to the ones who are extremely polite and shy and soft-spoken, you're ultimately saying, fuck you, world. Good on you. You know, I got a buddy of mine, I love saying this all the time, you know, I got a buddy of mine who said to me, he's in Australia. No, not Australia, New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand. And he has a saying, actually in New Zealand they have a saying, and they say, on you, mate. Fucking love that saying. And it's like, just like, good on you, keep doing you, you know. But, yeah, so all you people out there, being your true selves, whether you're trans and transition, or you're gay, bi, lesbian, non-binary, all you people being your true selves, on you, mate. Love that saying. But anyhow, and I just wanted to make this video and pay tribute to people in the community that you're inspiring. You're awe-inspiring, you're influential, and I am so glad that people like with your mindset and drive exists, because people like that, you know, do great things in this life, and you yourself are existing and inspiring people like me to try to be better and whatnot. So I just wanted to pay that tribute, and I hope, because I'm not the best with words, I hope this message comes off, you know, in the best way possible, because I truly mean it from the best part of me possible, you know. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Hitting there at 22 minutes. So if you've watched the whole video, drop another little test. If you've watched the whole video, let me think. What's going to be the question, the test? See if you watched the whole video. Ask me why I like to wear my cowboy hat. You can do it. No, don't do it in the comments, because other people will get a clue. Send it to my email. It's in the about section. Ask me about my cowboy hat. Yeah, do that. Anyhow, love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you have a good night. Peace.